A new collab has been announced for NIKKE, and as usual, this brings a lot of drama into the community. So let's talk a little bit today about why collabs are not for you, neither for me. They are only for new players. Before we start, hello the internet, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict, and today's topic, the NIKKE new collaboration teaser, which is not even confirmed what IP we are getting, but there is not a lot of options when it comes to that specific flower. Most people are leaning towards Lycoris Recoil, right? That's probably most likely the one. If you don't know the characters, most likely these two girls will be the SSRs if that ends up being the collab, okay? That's it. Lot of drama, because this anime, specifically Lycoris Recoil, is an anime about... It's not even Yuri, okay? It's not even Yuri, it's Yuri bait. And calling it Yuri bait is already stretching it out a little bit. It's basically cute girls doing cute things and they have a lot of weapons, okay? That's the anime. But that's it. There is a lot of drama with this because, as usual, anytime you talk about anime and gacha games and people making their own canon in their heads and what characters are in love and all of these things, it brings out a bunch of retards that just don't shut up. So let's talk a little bit about all of this. Leave a like, subscribe, and make love the channel. And I think it's important, but we also have to mention the biggest elephant in the room. None of these companies care about what you like. None of these companies care about overall like anything outside of how much we can make with the collaboration. If we're making a collaboration with a specific IP, how many new players we can bring, how many of them we can milk, and how many we can retain long term. Like that's the only thing they care. Doesn't matter what gacha you like. It's the same for Arknights, Limbus, Trical, and I'm mentioning games that have a better, what would be the word, reputation on the industry, if you want, right, or amongst the players on what are a good gacha game. But it is still a gacha game, and the only thing they are doing is a predatory gambling game with a visual novel on top. Okay, that's it, out of the way, because some people will be leaving a comment down below like, oh Sefhi, you're just defending the company. No, bitch, I don't like these companies, okay? I like the games because they are fun to me. That out of the way, because it's important to mention before people start calling me a white knight in the comments. Let's talk about a few things. The first thing we need to talk about NIKKE collabs is previous collabs and the expectations people have. I don't think you should be expecting almost a single collab with fanservice in NIKKE. So far from all of these characters, there is only 2 collaborations that provided any fanservice. Stellar Blade, ReZero, of course. Nier being 2B and A2, fantastic characters, even to this day, fanservice wise, right? We can agree that they both look fantastic. And then Stellar Blade with Eve and Raven, both once again that look amazing. Those are the only 2 collabs with fanservice, and obviously it's because Stellar Blade is their own IP. If they didn't have fanservice there, it would be an achievement. And Nier because Yoko Taro is a gooner, he likes money and allows every game in the market to collab with them and lets them put fan service, right? So those are the only 2 collabs that got fan service. Everything else doesn't have shit. We've gotten one of the worst skins in the game for $60 on one of the collabs. You should not be expecting fan service on the NIKKE collabs. They all suck ass. They suck ass. Evangelion sucks. ReZero is awful. Back in the day, we were celebrating that they removed the code from Makima, a character that doesn't even have an ass to begin with. Let's not pretend this was a victory, okay? This was not. This was Shift Up telling us, there you go, we removed the code, shut the fuck up. So, previous collab-wise, they don't have fanservice. I would not expect fanservice on 99% of the collabs. The other problem that arises, and is that most people don't understand this, but collabs are not for you. Like I said at the beginning of the video, they are made for new players. The only thing they care is literally about attracting new players. Obviously, when you go into Twitter and you see so many people complaining, and you go into Reddit and you see people complaining, or even on Discord communities, on my community, plenty of people don't care about this collab. If it's Lycoris Recoil, myself included, because I haven't watched the anime. The girls already are schoolgirls, so we know it's not gonna be any fan service whatsoever, right? So I personally don't care. If it's not a big booty on my face, I don't care. But I don't care. That's the difference. If you go to Twitter or you go to Reddit, you're gonna find Twitter and Reddit people. And those people are too retarded. They are too far gone into what they think they can achieve by complaining and by whatever rhetoric they do want to be talking about, or whatever headcanon they imagine the characters being like, right? The other thing about Twitter and Reddit you should always understand is that, and this is gonna sound bad, but it is what it is. Like it or not, it is what it is. The majority of these people complaining, we're not gonna be spending money. your opinion doesn't matter. Again, I know people will get mad in the comments, but that is the truth. Your opinion as a free-to-play player on a gacha game does not matter. It doesn't. If you were not gonna spend money in the first place, what are you complaining about? If you spend $5, maybe $20 a month, it doesn't matter. I know a lot of people will get mad about this, but it is the truth. You know what matters? That the JP post gets 8 million impressions. And this is one of the most popular animes. When this anime came out in 2022, I believe it was. Again, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but was one of the most popular animes in the year it came out. 8 million impressions for the JP bros. Do you think they care about what they are doing? Which, by the way, 2 million impressions in global as well. Fantastic, right? When it comes to how many people are in the comments, oh, I hope it's Lycoris Recoil, or people who want it to be, what was the one? Demon Slayer. Some people were thinking of Wuwa, which I highly doubt it. I will take the Wuwa collab over the other two, because that could be some fan service. But again, it doesn't matter what people are complaining about. Stop looking at Reddit and Twitter for opinions, for the love of God. Check the anime, see if you like it, wait for the characters to drop, see how they look in game, and then you can form your opinion. But starting wars before they have even confirmed what collab we're getting is retarded. You should not be listening to people on any social media, not including YouTube. You shouldn't even listening to this Spaniard with a Chinese flag on the background, alright? You should always try to form your own opinions. At the end of the day, for Shift Up, I think last time they shared the revenue reports, almost a 60%, if not more, of the total revenue of NIKKE was JP. Every other region was less than 40%. That means it doesn't matter what global thinks, as long as the JP bros are spending and still happy with whatever collab they get. And that is the reality and what people don't understand. And that is why we got ReZero. That is why we've gotten some of these dog shit collabs that I just hate, but they are really popular amongst JP bros, right? You have your Evangelion, you have, of course, your ReZero, and then you have the occasional random collab that doesn't make sense for everyone, but it's actually pretty decent. Which was Resident Evil. For most people, I will say it was kind of like a random collaboration that is actually welcome, right? But everything else will always be catering towards that audience, not the global players, and everything will be catering towards the spenders, not the free-to-play players, like it or not. I know a lot of these things are going to be sounding harsh. Hope it doesn't come across the wrong way, and you actually can understand what I'm trying to say, but that's basically everything for this video, right? Stop listening to fucking random bosses online, that includes myself. Form your own opinions, and if you don't like a collab, simply skip, or just like me, get a copy for your Pokédex, and then just wait for the next event. A lot of gachas do the same thing for collabs. This happens in most places. It is true that some gacha games try to put collaborations that make sense, and then you have some games like fucking Battle Cats collaborating with Baki, right? And things like that. It is a 50-50, and when it comes to Shift Up, clearly most of the collabs will not be for everyone, which pains me because I would prefer if every collab was, you know, really good fan service and all of the characters were to be looking like the Red Hood skin. But that's just me as a simple gunner. Honestly, I'm most likely not even gonna be checking Twitter and Reddit for the next week until Shift Up announces stuff, because it's such a retarded conversations every single time you go into there. People who are into the Yuri canon versus people who are selling, oh, look at the audience you're bringing into the game. And it's like, bitch, this has been the same since day one with Shift Up. They've been nothing but consistent on how they treat their players. As a day one player, okay? I can say they've been doing exactly the same thing for 3 years. So I don't know what the complaints are about from casuals who don't even play this game or don't have the characters. And now ranting, I'm out. We're live every single day. You guys have the links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool, the internets, and I'll see you on the next one.